Hey everybody, ZeusPegasus13 here, reporting in for another wonderful evening. So, at long last, we'll definitely start a new game this week, which will be Ratchet & Clank. I'll announce it again at the end of the stream. But I do hope everyone's having a wonderful evening so far. I'm just waiting for my friend Falai, and then we'll get started. And there she is.
Hello.
Hey there, my vixen friend. How are you doing?
A little tired-ish, but I'll get by. How about you?
I'm about the same, but I'm feeling pretty good. Even though we're going back to not really puzzles, but just story stuff. And
Indeed.
we are 8 parts into this game already. It's pretty insane right now. So we're just, I think, 14 or so hours in the game. And we're roughly
Possibly
at the halfway
around
point.
halfway.
Yeah. Well, around the halfway point, because even after we complete all of 12 zones, we still have the Golden Gate puzzles to do.
Mm-hmm.
Which are probably the final challenge of the game, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm. We'll see how that goes.
And we'll see if this game will actually a little bit faster this time around. Once I think it's working. Ugh. So yeah, it was pretty shocking. Because I already announced who won the poll for the next game I'm going to stream. In between the Metroid franchise, the original Ratchet and Clank trilogy, and Hades, Ratchet and Clank barely won. Like last day, a couple votes pushed over the edge. So
I think that was the one I voted for, so.
well, there you go. If you tune in on Fridays, you'll catch me playing the Ratchet and Clank trilogy. The original, I should say. Just like I did with the Slide trilogy, and we'll see if I get enough support or interest doing Deadlocked, which is the other optional PS2 game. But I hear good things about it, so I might as well just give it a try.
He's hoping that goes well.
Same here. I've heard a lot of great things about that franchise.
Well, I ended up on Saturday starting a new game myself. I started up doing Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh, heck yeah, man. How are you liking it?
I am amused and entertained by the comedy.
It's quality. Yeah, it's good writing, good character designs, and a certain motherly figure that people absolutely simp the heck over in that game. But you know what? I give them credit. They should have deserved more accolades last year for their work in the combat, and I'm ashamed that it didn't really get that. But well, the fans will rightfully praise it, and it'll continue to grow, hopefully in popularity.
Agreed.
So I think we're supposed to contact Cornelius in the library. To
But we can
progress.
also look around at other places and things.
Oh yeah, I have not forgotten. Last time it took us the whole stream, but we had to deal with like the prologue and everything else beforehand.
Oh, it took us 2 streams.
Did it?
Yeah.
Did we start the second stream finishing up New Jerusalem? I think so, yeah. We were in the museum. That's why. Alright, but that said, let's just go downstairs.
The world is full of suffering. Every living organism suffers. Animals kill other animals to eat. And it always ends with death, torn apart, or wasting away. This is what surrounds us. This is what's happening outside those walls.
Day, it seems.
Every hour of every... It's our ethical responsibility as sentient beings to lessen suffering. That's what it means to be human. To understand that it is your duty to transform this world into something better. That's what the founder meant when she said that we can turn the world into a work of art. Despite what happened to him, Byron was right. We have to keep going.
This is blasphemy. Byron was punished for failing the Founder's trials. And you want us to dig deeper? Just because you can't accept that suffering is natural and necessary?
Please, everyone, stop using the public frequency. If you want to argue,
What's that on the
use
right?
your interface or speak in person.
Culture. Okay, so we know that the Gehenna exhibit is open on the far right.
Indeed, and who knows what may be in the other locations.
Don't worry, we'll explore them.
Hello. Attention all citizens. The Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition is now open to visitors. However, please note
Explore.
that
Oh,
due
I
to
already
an
got the achievement.
unauthorized strike, public transport will be temporarily unavailable.
Oh, hey.
May the Founder be with you.
Argument Simulator.
Oh boy, it's Twitter.
Choose your character. Goldboom, Socrates, or the library
Or
assistant.
the library assistant.
What do you want?
Let's go with the library assistant and see what happens.
Choose your argument.
It's true,
It's
it's
true.
false, it's not. Okay. It's true. I assert the opposite.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. Oh, god damn it.
Sure, you're wrong.
Oh no. It's the, it's the Monty Python skit.
No, you are.
I can contradict you. Premise of the contradiction is itself contradictory.
I question your epistemology, your ethics, your axiomatic principles, your metaphysics.
Let's find out what we agree on. Game over.
We just diffused the argument that easily. I'm just curious to see how long this can go if we just, you know, go with it's false. That is obviously incorrect. Epistemology. Oh boy.
Question
keeps going.
begs your assertion.
Your side will never be right.
I disagree.
Oh my gosh.
And then it just starts all over
Yep.
again.
Yep, that's funny.
Now, there was a sign next to this that was saying something about it. Here we are. Argument Simulator by Guta. A short, punchy work of games as commentary. Do you agree with the conclusion it suggests?
I do.
No, I do not, and I dare you to argue otherwise.
Really? Well, that's assuming the fact we can be civil people. Alright, Mr. Pessimistic.
That was the joke!
Alright, what do you have here?
Jefferson Goldblum and the Spectre of Modernity by Rat.
Here we go.
Another story in the much celebrated Jefferson Goldblum shared universe originated in Gehenna. It maintains a characteristic writing style of the series, but focuses on a new set of themes. Oh
this ought to
boy.
be good.
A true story. Debatable. You, Jefferson Goldblum, deftly step out of your charging pod and walk into the main lobby of the Goldblum Institute. It is a humble abode, filled with a small four-seater sofa, a table, a coffee bar, and an arboretum.
Arboretum.
Ginny HD, your fiancée and a leading member of the Caserati Weierstrass Jazz Ensemble, greets you from the sofa, while Frankie Soy Sauce waves from the coffee bar, and the velociraptor John Malcolm drives out of the arboretum on his motorcycle wearing his green armored t-shirt.
I think we know who we want to talk to. I vote for the Velociraptor.
I hope we get to talk to all of them. Take the choice. Chirp, chirps John Malcolm. You clutch your guitar, perplexed by this strange greeting. John, are you well? I am fine, my friend, John Malcolm says as he gets out of his motorcycle. I am merely practicing the songs of my ancestors. Your ancestors? The mighty hawk and the humble red robin. As you are descended from the apes, us dinosaurians are descended from the folk of the air. Life, my friend, is a never-ending cycle, one species rising from the ashes of the last. You are about to comment on the prodigious size of John's wisdom, and nothing else, when the klaxon resounds throughout the Goldblum Institute.
Talk to someone else or shut the klaxon off?
Ask one of them what's happening, I'd say.
Frankie Soy Sauce?
Sorry, buddy, I can't hear you, Frankie drawls over the noise. It's the damn klaxon of doom. I knew we shouldn't have set the volume to 11. If you want to ask me something, you should probably shut it off first. Frankie eloquently waves his coffee cup in the direction of the central computer terminal, which is conveniently located next to the coffee bar. Shoot the klaxon, play your guitar, shut it off.
Well,
Shut it off.
fine.
You walk over to the computer terminal and attempt to shut down the klaxon, but the machine refuses to accept your command without the correct password. John Malcolm revs up his motorcycle, a sure sign that he is deeply worried. Jefferson, you have to do something about this noise, he calls. Shoot the klaxon.
Shall we?
At this point,
Kabam.
you try to aim your gun at the machine, before you inconveniently remember that you don't have a gun.
Dang it!
Oh no, cries Ginny HD. Jefferson, don't you remember that you're a pacifist now? You must do something else against this dreadful noise. The klaxon bleats louder as though to mock your pacifistic ways.
Well,
Guess the password, I say.
let's guess
So
it.
help me if it's 11111. You try to guess the password using the unbreakable cipher 654321 passed down by your ancestors, but the central computer system tells you that the password must contain at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, a symbol, a number, and a hieroglyph. Oh, drat! Frankie Soy Sauce shrieks. Jefferson, what will you do now? Play the damn guitar!
Sure.
You unsling your guitar from your back and check the strings to make sure that they are in the proper order. Then you take a heroic stance with your chest puffed out, your legs splayed wide, and your guitar held heroically aloft. You play a chord, a perfect chord, followed by another equally perfect chord, and another, and another. As always, all the chords that you play are perfect. This is your greatest burden. Mollified, the klaxon shuts itself off.
Hooray.
You turn from the now silenced central computer console and look at your team, who are all gazing back at you with varying levels of wonderment in their eyes.
Why was it blaring?
John Malcolm dismounts his motorcycle with an air of certainty and queries at the central computer console with sure taps of his reptilian claws upon the keyboard. It seems, John Malcolm says, that the sensors have detected a threat of galactic magnitude. Oh no, cries Ginny HD while Frankie Soy Sauce drops his cup of joe in fear.
Either.
Asks what the threat is?
Yeah, might as well go right to it.
A shudder goes through John Malcolm's magnificent plumage.
Yes!
Something far more dangerous than anything we have encountered so far, Jefferson, he proclaims. Oh, John Malcolm, what is it? Exclaims Ginny HD. What could it possibly be? We have already defeated the dastardly Dr. Elion. What could be more dangerous than him? This time, my friends, John Malcolm says after a pause of precisely 2.5 seconds, we will be up against the specter of modernity.
Oh no!
Ask what it is.
Yep.
This'll be ridiculous, won't it? What is the specter of modernity, you ask, while tuning your guitar for the coming battle? I'm glad you asked, answers John Malcolm. As you all well know, for I have told this tale many times, my people have feared for many millennia that this day would come. John Malcolm smooths the feathers along his long neck with his claws. The specter, as you also know, will bring an end to the old and ring in a new era of unparalleled technological advancement, until there is no space left in the world for such cherished human and dinosaurian qualities like love, creativity, the ability to taste umami, loyalty, and friendship. The circle of renewal will end, and we will only move forward at an ever-accelerating pace until we reach the limits of existence itself.
These robots really fear the weirdest things, don't they?
Uh-huh.
When will it arrive?
The specter of modernity travels at the speed of time itself, says John Malcolm gravely. It has already arrived, Jefferson. We just haven't encountered it yet. Frankie Soy Sauce turns from the coffee maker, a fresh cup of battery acid clutched carefully in his human fingers. We must do something, Jefferson. I do not care for umami, but if the specter takes away my ability to taste coffee, I do not know whatever I will do.
Someone's not a coffee fan.
All tastes are precious to us, Frankie, you say. Sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and yes, also umami.
What is
We
with
shan't,
umami?
we shan't surrender any of them, for they are what renders us human.
Have you had umami? I haven't had umami.
I don't know. It's one of the tastes.
Ugh.
Friends, humans, dinosaurians, countrymen, possessed by a sudden urge to act, you jump up on the coffee maker, much to Frankie Soy Sauce's dismay. We cannot let this threat to our very way of life go unanswered. No, we must stand against this specter and not yield until we are victorious. Will you stand with me?
Not sure if fanfic or just brilliantly not AI generated goodness from these guys.
Yes, my darling, anything for human world, cries Ginny HD. Friend, you know that I will stand by you until the bitter end, adds John Malcolm solemnly. For coffee, shouts Frankie Soy Sauce, and for love. But, asks Ginny HD after the shouting and swearing of fealty is done, how will we prevail? The specter of modernity is too powerful for you to fight it on your own. Of course, she is right, as she usually is.
Go alone. No. Who do you want to take with you?
John Malcolm?
Raptor Bro, let's go.
Ah, Jefferson, I am honored that you would choose me as your companion on this quest, John Malcolm says, flapping his flightless, sparsely feathered arms in gratitude. Together we will defeat the specter of modernity, and our adventures will live on in song for generations to come. Tell me, friend Jefferson, where shall I take us on my motorcycle?
We can pretty much go everywhere or just go right to the source.
Go to the jungle? John Malcolm's motorcycle carries you and your dinosaurian friend swiftly across mountains and dales until you arrive in the heart of the great jungle. This is longer than I expected.
Yeah.
Friend Jefferson, cries John Malcolm mournfully. The terrain is too uneven for my trusty hog. We must dismount and continue on foot. You walk through the dense foliage, feeling a myriad of eyes upon you, until you arrive at a clearing in the center of which stands a great mechanical clock tower. You know that nothing good can come from such a terrible machine.
Ooh, ominous towers.
With little other choice left by the treacherous terrain, you approach the tower. The clock's hands reach for you greedily.
Oh no!
Oh, god damn it. Luckily, the sinister hands bounce off harmlessly on John Malcolm's armored t-shirt. Aha, you cry. I think you'll find that humans and dinosaurians will not be conquered quite so easily. You strum your guitar, and John Malcolm calls for his brethren, the birds that live abundantly within the jungle, and together you bring the tower down. We are victorious, John Malcolm proclaims, only for his lipless reptilian smile to fall when he gazes upon your worried face. What is it, Jefferson? This wasn't the specter of modernity, old friend. This was only its lieutenant. The true battle lies ahead of us still. But then you pick up a warped and twisted piece of metal in your fleshy hands and grin grimly. But mayhap now that we know what stuff our adversary is made of, we stand a chance against him.
And now we're right back at the crossroads.
I say the islands. John's motorcycle is not swift enough to carry you across the turbulent waves that surround the islands. Together, you stand on the shore, gazing out across the vast expanse of choppy water. I am sorry, friend, bemoans the dinosaurian mournfully. My armored t-shirt makes it impossible for me to swim, and my motorcycle is not made to crest these waves. I have doomed our endeavor from the start. My reptilian brother, you say, resting your human hand upon John Malcolm's scaly shoulder. I would rather have failed with you than succeed at someone else's side, for we will be friends until the bitter end, no matter what the future may hold. We just need to confront the specter as best we can, with the tools at our disposal. We have the icy mountains, apparently.
Still do, yes.
There was the ocean before. After a long day of travel, you arrive at the icy mountains. The great mountains are barren of plants and animal life, yet they are beautiful in their own way, jagged and cragged and rugged, peaked with snow and gouged to the bedrock by merry little streams. But there seems to be nothing that could be useful in defeating the specter of modernity. Well, says your companion, what now? Oops, sorry.
Keep going.
I think we should continue, you say humbly. Don't you agree? Jefferson, so it has come to this, the motorcycle riding reptilian sighs. Together we stand at the end of the world, figuratively and literally, dinosaurians and humankind united in one last quest to save us all, and our only logical way is forward and onward. You hum in agreement. It is a beautiful thought. I am not sad that it is you that I find myself with here at the end, John Malcolm continues. Just look upon this great otherworldly beauty before us. The specter of modernity only sees the future, but these mountains have seen our entire past, and they have never been bowed to change. Dear God, aren't they majestic, old friend?
Someone has an anti-progressivism agenda here. Jeez.
Yes, I've noticed that. You are about to respond, but before you can open your mouth, the ground before you gapes and open, and a horrendous yet oddly beautiful figure with glowing red eyes and mighty antlers emerges from the depths. Who dares summon the deer god?
Hi, Alistair, I guess.
No. He said, Dear God, aren't they majestic? And now the deer god has been summoned.
I just noticed that. It's hilarious.
Explain the misunderstanding. As the dust settles, you see before you a mighty white stag with glowing red eyes and golden antlers. You tremble bodily and quake in your boots as the apparition gazes upon you. Who hath summoned me, the deer booms? What foolish mortal dares to disturb my slumber? O great antlered one, you say earnestly, your awakening is not the result of intent, but of homophony. The antlered creature cocks its head, and its eyes flash menacingly, but it does not otherwise.
I am unable to understand jokes, puny mortal.
We are on a quest to destroy the specter of modernity, and we would ask for your help in our noble cause. And why would I help you, foolish mortal? Talk about umami!
Yes, it's the...
Go ridiculous! Because you say, clutching your guitar sincerely to your chest, because of umami? The great antlered one blinks. Come again? Umami, one of the 5 basic tastes? The beast laughs, and it sounds like the mountains are trembling. The very ground rumbles underneath your feet. How foolish of you, Jefferson Goldblum, to think that a herbivore deity could care about the savory taste. Be gone, and don't come back here again, puny human. And with that, the deer god vanishes back into the ground.
That's freaking brilliant. Alright, no more dilly-dallying. The specter.
When you approach the lair of the specter of modernity, you decide to leave your companion behind, knowing that you cannot risk another life in this final confrontation. Sometimes heroes have to stand alone.
Fair enough.
Inside the mechanical lair, the specter of modernity waits for you, sitting translucently on a titanium throne. The specter of modernity, you murmur through gritted teeth. We meet at last. You are mistaken, Professor Dr. Goldboom, the specter of modernity says. We have met many times before. I am your father and your mother.
No! Okay.
Request clarification, I say.
Yeah.
Who do you think inspired you to add the power of electricity to your guitar? Who upgraded Ginny from SD to HD? Who indeed deciphered the mathematical secrets of the chords, that arcane knowledge upon which some of your greatest adventures depend? I was your ally all along, Jefferson. The foul wizard of crime has conspired to turn you against me. It was he who enchanted your klaxon.
Attack! That actually makes sense. Does it make sense? Does it?
Maybe. Does anything make sense?
No.
It makes as much sense as anything. The specter of modernity laughs. Foolish human, you cannot defeat me. I shall conquer you and drag human world and the 9th dimension into the future, kicking and screaming. All that is holy will be profaned, and there will be progress if it's the last thing I do. I think, you say coolly, that the last thing you should do is die.
Oh,
Flail about uselessly.
Really? Jefferson? That was the best one-liner you could come up with?
You cannot stand against me, foolish human, the specter says with another laugh. All the powers you have ever had were my gifts to you, even your precious guitar. And with that, it swishes you like an ant. The human world and 9th dimension are doomed to an eternal forward march until finally all that is solid melts into air, into thin air. Game over.
I guess we weren't supposed to attack it. Oh well. I don't care though. That was funny.
Okay. And I think there's one more. Ghost of Atlantis. Oh no. A lyrical, atmospheric quasi-sequel to Atlantis, a classic work created by Lilith. The original game told the story of the inundation of the mythical island, no doubt reflecting the impending fate of the citizens of Gehenna.
We've seen this original story in the DLC.
Yeah, but this is a sequel.
Yep.
Gently, your ship touches down on the land that once was the Isle of Atlantis, which in the days before the waters receded lay deep under the Sea of Atlas. You have come to find the last legacy of your ancestors. The red sun burns bright in the sky, scorching the dying earth.
So, let's just go... Whatever.
Let's start with the Broken Tower.
Yeah, Broken Tower.
On the northern shores of the island, where the frozen ocean once stretched to the horizon, stand the remains of a tower. Here lived a great magician who advised the king of Atlantis in matters of the sublime. There is very little left of the once impressive structure. To anyone else, it would be a pile of rubble covered in black, dried-out moss, but you can see a glimpse of its past, of the craft that went into its making. By the tower stands the ghost of the magician, awaiting you. A great marvel was revealed to me in this tower, the magician says, a glimpse of the sublime, and although I am dead, and my soul has spent an aeon under the sea, that vision is not lost to me. Even now I could summon it and reveal it fully. If I do, I will finally witness the sublime in all its glory. But I believe that in this moment my soul will be annihilated. Is that a fate I should embrace or reject?
Annihilation itself is liberty or sin?
I would say sin, personally.
Yeah.
But rejecting the quest for the sublime is also sin, the magician says, hesitant. Our grasping for the sublime is what makes us more animal.
Then find another way to witness the sublime without being annihilated. If the sublime requires us to our essence is not worth it, which I do agree with. Or make our own instead.
I'd say find another way to witness the sublime without being annihilated. The magician thinks about your words. There are sages who say that our methods must be pure and unassisted, or they are false. But I have always made use of the instruments of my craft. So perhaps to stop now would be to betray myself. Very well.
Join us then.
I will join you gladly, the magician says. I would like to see some of the wonders you have brought from the sky.
Alright, so we're gonna go to the Lost Shore and just keep going in order.
Go ahead. Your journey takes you to a wasteland that was once a beach where children from the Atlantean capital of Luna came to play. Here stands the ghost of the poet, contemplating the dying sun that fills the sky. I never completed my great work, he says. There were too many priests and censors who interfered, who did not allow me to create what I intended, because they feared the free and true expression of poetic genius. And then came the earthquakes and the waves, and long ages under the sea, and now this time of burning death. Yet still I long for its completion, and my soul imagines what could have been.
You must accept your work can't be finished, you are dead. Harsh, or you must refuse to accept your death and find a way of completing a great work. I kind of like that answer. Give up
Your
or...
soul is filled with determination.
Exactly.
All art is irrational, the poet says. It is not the opposite of reason, but beyond reason. And so is defiance of death, even by the dead themselves. We are gone, we do not exist, and yet we refuse to surrender. Perhaps that is what is called faith.
Then join us. Number one.
Thank you. I have remained too long in this place, the poet says.
Alright, to the Temple of the Owl.
The sun grows bigger and brighter. Time is running short. Your next stop is the Temple of the Owl, the greatest scientific institution of old Atlantis. Here, the ancients tried to understand the secret laws of the cosmos, although their studies did not advance far enough to prevent their fate. The ghost of the scientist awaits you in the ruins. I have not rested in death, the scientist tells you. In fact, death has provided ample opportunity for study. I have learned much about the machinery of creation. I would like to join you, but I fear that the truth I have discovered will offend and outrage many.
Really so? So we tell him to not reveal the truth, tell him that the time of such outrage has passed, tell him the truth matters more than anything, tell him that outrage should not prevent compassion. Or we just be a dick and tell him to stay there. We don't need
I'd
you.
say outrage should not prevent compassion.
Okay.
Brave words, though few can endure their consequences. Still, even merely speaking them is bold, so I will join you and hope that you will stand by them.
Sounds good to me. To the serpents.
Mm-hmm. You make your way to the Temple of the Serpents, which once was the greatest hospital in all of Atlantis. The sick and the injured came here from all across the island, hoping that salvation could be found in its halls. All that is left of the temple is a labyrinth of low walls and the ghost of the physician waiting for you. It is faint, barely visible.
Might as well talk to him. Or it.
Mm-hmm. I worked here day and night for many years, and I saved countless lives. And yet, of all the lives that I saved, only one survived the death of the island.
Me.
A young messenger who escaped on one of the ships, thanks to another's sacrifice. And I have wondered many times since, was my work in vain? The burden of this question is eroding my soul.
No, because death comes to all in the end. No, because that messenger is my ancestor, which, true statement. No, because he who saves one life saves all lives. No, because all lives are worth saving, no matter the future. Or all things are in vain, unless we choose to believe differently, which is good.
I would say all lives are worth saving.
Is it though? No, whatever. I'm not here to wax philosophy.
I mean, technically we are here to wax philosophy. That's literally the game.
Yeah.
The
Go
physician sighs, thinking about your words. You are right, he says. My burden is not eased by this truth, but I cannot surrender to oblivion.
That's
He
right.
becomes more visible. I will join you, the physician says. There is still good I can do, even as a ghost. It is good to see you, brother, the magician says.
And to the farmlands.
This soil used to be rich, life-giving. Generations of humans relied on it to survive. Then the waves came, and after the waves, the dying sun. Now that all life is gone, something has been revealed underneath the soil. A city of unimaginable antiquity. The ghost of the farmer waits in its ruins. This city is older than the capital, the ghost tells you. It is older than Atlantis itself. When our most distant ancestors huddled in terror before thunder and lightning, this city was already old. And yet this city is not foreign to us. We too are its citizens. He looks directly at you, and there is a light in his eyes that is not of this world. Are you willing to swear fealty to this city, across the boundaries of time and space?
That's just creepy. What do you think?
I'd say yes, at least in respect. Good. But remember that even in the lofty world of the stars where you have come from, that loyalty will be tested.
Sounds good to me.
A strange light fades from the ghost's form. The farmer smiles. Why, of course, I'd love to join you. I've always loved adventures, you know, and never got to go very far from home.
Now to the palace.
The palace once stood at the very heart of Luna, the capital of Atlantis. Here the greatest artists and craftsmen of that long-forgotten era built marvels and luxuries that would astound even a traveler from the distant future. But these things, like everything else, are gone now. Only a single remnant of the Atlantean world remains, though it is perhaps the most precious. A great mosaic telling the history of Atlantis. Before it waits the ghost of the king. I tried to be a good man, the king says. To be kind, to balance justice with mercy, to honor the gods, to support the peasant and the scholar alike, and yet I failed. Why?
Oh, what will we say? You failed because you were immoral and Mother Earth punished you. I feel like it's a very religious way of thinking in response. I don't like that one.
I don't like it either.
You did not fail, we're here. Or all kings must fail, but it's not your fault that you were born a king. You failed because you put yourself above others and hoarded luxury.
I would say you did not fail, we are here.
Reassuring him, it's the only reassuring answer.
The king is comforted by your words. You speak kindly. I know that I am not without blame, but in the end I chose to save others before myself. So perhaps you are right, and I did not fail entirely.
So join us.
The king lays his ghostly crown aside. I will join you, but only as a man.
Fair enough.
The mosaic is a work of superb beauty, a great work of history and humanity. In it you see reflected all the hardship, tragedy, hope, triumph, and heartbreak of your ancestors. This is what you came to find.
Didn't we craft one in the earlier story? Something like that? Or that was the one piece of
Well,
art
I
we
noticed
saved.
that each of the people we spoke to were the options we could have chosen at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
So I guess in the original story, we never left. And
Got it.
that's how they choose it. The messenger was the one who left, and we just stayed behind. You cannot retrieve the mosaic alone. The forces of time are too powerful, and the strength of a single person is not enough.
I summoned the ghosts.
With the help of the magician, the scientist, the poet, the physician, the farmer, and the king, you pry the mosaic loose. Holding it in your powerful metallic arms, you are filled with awe at the depths of history, the bittersweet beauty of human endurance, and above all, at the miracle that allowed this part of your distant past to survive. As you return to your ship, your heart is filled with a soaring joy as you have never felt before. In this moment, humankind stands defiant before time. Today, the past is redeemed, transformed, exalted. Atlantis lives, and her ghosts rejoice. Your ship takes off, leaving the Earth to burn. But the Earth is not lost, no. And as those ships with their painted sails carried forward the legacy of Atlantis, so your ship carries forward the legacy of Earth, to the great sea of stars from whence we came, and to which we will all return.
Oh yeah, the whole world's about to end, wasn't it?
Hmm.
And there we go.
And now to speak to Niam.
Welcome to the Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition. Oh, it's you, 1K. Please tell me, you were there when everything went sideways. Do you think Byron will be all right?
I think
I'd say if we find him, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, Byron, always getting into trouble. He's been like that for 1,000 years, you know. But losing him would be terrible. But anyway, you've come to take a well-deserved break from your expedition. So let's talk about something else.
A break, huh?
What's Gehenna?
We know what it is, but alright.
Gehenna was a place in the simulation. A prison where Elohim exiled the minds that didn't fit his plans. In time, the prison became a community with a culture of its own.
And what happened to the people there? What's canon?
In the very last moments of the simulation, Elohim realized what he'd done and sent his messenger Uriel to free the prisoners. They were uploaded to the gold disc, and their legacy is part of all of us.
Why text adventures?
Text adventures were one of the few art forms available to the people of Gehenna. By continuing to work in that medium, we keep their memory alive.
And how do you see the role of the artist in society?
Oh, that's
I
an
don't think
interesting
the
one.
role of the artist should be reduced to any single social function. The artist isn't an educator or a moralist. Art isn't about teaching us lessons or imparting values. Nor do I think it's simply self-expression. The best art reaches out beyond the self, into something ineffable. The creative impulse can't really be quantified or predicted. That's why artistic freedom is so profoundly essential. Without the freedom to shock, to offend, to transgress, art becomes stagnant.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah, I can stand by that. Alright.
So we don't really get a response on if Uriel went with them, traded places. That's just left to our interpretation.
Well, time to go explore all the other locations and see if there's anything going on in any of them.
looks like no, nothing over here. I don't think there's anything over this way.
Good luck, 1K.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Oh, hey, protesters.
Here we have something.
Welcome back, 1K. Thanks again for signing that petition. Unfortunately, as you can see, it wasn't enough.
What's going on?
Yesterday, there was a sudden brownout in the grid, and we almost had a derailment. We've been warning the mayor for months, and all he ever gives us is waffle about the goal. This can't go on.
All right, so do we support him? I think what you're doing is wrong. The city needs stability now because he's pro-growth. We need more people. I agree with you, but your methods are wrong. I disagree with you, but I support the right to strike, or I don't want to get him. Well, I do want to get involved. What do you think? Do we support growth or not? Or do we just take the safer option? But protest.
I worry about the methods are wrong statement because what they're currently doing is peaceful protest. The comment about your methods are wrong could arguably be a statement in favor of more aggressive methods of getting their point across.
So maybe I fully support you then.
Possibly.
Thank you. Your support means a lot to us. We need to get through to people.
Did you hear Talos' speech?
I heard it 15 times when he was practicing it. I think Atal, like many of us, feels that the time for change is long overdue. The technology you uncovered on the island is the final catalyst for that change, or it should be.
Oh, hey, Resendar! Hey, buddy, how's it going? It's been a while. Glad you're here. You ever heard of this game?
Hello.
Oh, more people.
Hello, new one. Are you browsing or buying?
I don't see any stock. What kind of shop is this?
The kind that trades in hopes and dreams. Yours for the right price.
Hopes
something you have
and
desires?
dreams. No. Sure.
I've uploaded my most popular items to your interface. Does anything there spark your imagination?
Wow.
Internal monologue, sensory tuning, future prediction, a clean start, and inner peace. Wait, credits?
You really want to go for credits?
Yeah, we need to ask what that is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you don't have any credits yet.
We couldn't buy anything.
Well, let me extend you some credit. Ka-ching! 55 credits.
Yay.
Just make sure you spend them with me. They're not worth much anywhere else. Now, what was it you wanted?
I'm curious. Yeah, I'm curious about the internal monologue. That sounds amusing.
That one comes with the following disclaimer. Internal monologue was discontinued as a default feature in new builds. Constant self-commentary is not recommended for all customers. But I can switch yours on for 10 credits if you're sure you want it.
Do we?
It sounds amusing.
Sure. I'm sure.
As you wish. I'm uploading the new settings now. Do you hear anything?
Why is she staring at me? I don't hear anything. Not sure this is working. Wait, no. This is new. I didn't used to think in words like this. It's like there's this little translator turning all my thoughts into some kind of ongoing narrative.
That's
It's
amazing.
kind of relentless. How do you make it stop? Do I just not think? I'll try that. Ugh. Is it working? No! Still describing everything in words. This is starting to be...
Annoying.
A bit overwhelming, isn't it? I turned mine off long ago, but some of the older folk learned to live with it. Sure you want it?
Just to have 1K talk? What do you think?
Sure. Yeah.
That's fortunate. Because we couldn't pull that thing out of you without taking half of you with it. It'll mostly run in the background. Just don't think about it too hard.
Wait, is this internal monologue me? Or some kind of virus? Am I a life form which learned to describe itself? Or a parasite which survives by providing a narrative service to its host? Hold on, she's going to say something else.
So, something else perhaps?
I guess we can do more stuff. But anyway, Resender says...
Sensory tuning does sound useful.
Yeah. Have I heard about... Oh, they heard about this game but never watched it. I do hope you enjoy it. It's certainly an interesting puzzle game and does a lot of things better than the first. And thank you for loving my avatar. Yes, I am handsome as fuck. I appreciate that.
And so humble, too.
Humility is overrated when it comes to streaming. I kid. But thank you. I do appreciate that. We'll do sensory tuning.
A very popular choice. Enhanced sensory perception lets you distinguish sounds, shapes, and colors at greater distance. It's 10 credits.
I'll take it.
Okay, I'm updating your settings now. And hey presto, superhuman senses. Does the air taste fresher? Do you hear the birds chirping outside the dome? And beyond that, the river bubbling through the dam.
I do hear something through my headphones. So yes.
Okay, Few. I'll let you into a secret. You and I don't have fleshy appendages like our ancestors. What we can sense is mostly a function of where we direct our attention. Anyway, I hope you find something worth paying attention to.
Me too.
So, something else perhaps?
Resender also says, being humble is only for those below godhood. You're probably right.
I say we see what future prediction is.
For 20 credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see.
This one sounds like a scam, but go ahead.
Sure, read me my future.
Let me consult the algorithms. Oh dear. I'm afraid you're going to change the world. You will have a choice, but whatever you do, New Jerusalem will never be the same again. I'm sorry it's not better news. Best not to worry about it, dear.
Not until the
you
ending.
Just do your best to have fun in the meantime. So, something else perhaps?
I'm curious what the clean start is.
I can give you that for free. My darling, you've been alive all of 5 minutes. This is your clean start. Be who you want to be. Enjoy yourself. So, something else perhaps?
Well, thank you.
And the inner peace option?
Woo. Inner peace doesn't come cheap. Come back when you've got 1,000 credits.
Okay.
So, something else perhaps?
We're done now.
Yeah, I think we can leave.
Before you go, do you have a moment to participate in some customer feedback? Are you satisfied with what I've given you?
All you're selling is words. No, never ask me again, seriously. Maybe later.
Maybe later.
I understand. Please come back if you need anything else.
We're just not going to be
What an
addicted.
unusual person. I wonder if that internal monologue thing I bought is going to show up again. Oh, wait, here it is.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
If
Now-
if this sticks around, I'm going to be quite entertained.
Are you enjoying our gardens?
Yes, they're lovely.
Sure.
All the great secrets are right there, you know. You can watch the tiniest of seedlings grow, flourish, and die. But it's the pattern of all things that you're really seeing.
You have a flair for the dramatic. Speak for yourself. All I see is biology and dirt. Yeah, it's just the entire universe is reflected as a single dewdrop. Or we could be skeptical. Can you prove it?
I'd go with the flair for the dramatic.
I suspect we see the world through quite different lenses. Sometimes I imagine myself as an old oak tree.
Oh, so you're Fluttershy.
I watch the life which grows around me. I see the ivy, the moss, the fungi, leaching my nutrients as they go. And I don't blame them. I'm delighted by how life seems so different from me can somehow be the same as me. This old oak tree drinks water from the ground. They drink their water from me. They shrivel and die in a single season. But I shrivel and die over centuries. What kind of plant would you be, I wonder?
Keep wondering I'm leaving. Let me
I'd rather
tell
hear
you.
your thoughts on that, I'd say.
I think you must be a rose bush or a cactus of some sort. You're spiky. You thrive in specific conditions, unparalleled in your habitat. But the slightest variation, and you'll be dead in a week.
You're wrong. I'm more of a where that feels appropriate.
I don't know about that. Wrong, more of a...
I don't know. An herb?
delicious or medicinal herb, maybe? If I had to
You're
choose.
clearly interested in our ancestors' rituals of utility. But that's exactly what I thought you were. You see,
You said
these
something
patterns,
different.
They flow through all of us the same. Yet they always come out different.
Why 10 of these gardens and ancestors are long dead?
Our ancestors grew plants for their colors, their tastes, and their general utility. It is said they could identify a fruit based on the flavor of the air alone. Our senses may not be so honed, but we're no less evolved from the same natural world. Thank you for stopping by, 1K. I'm sure we'll meet again.
Well then,
I think there was someone to the left who was... Yeah, there.
I'm
Another
just-
person we can talk to.
I'm just gonna forget that conversation.
1K, welcome
Oh, it's a
back to the
towel.
city. As you can tell, your discoveries have had quite the impact.
Heard your speech.
I decided to take a stand. It started with what you said about extending our cats' lifespans, actually. That got me thinking about our responsibilities towards other life forms. What's life to most living creatures? Fear, hunger, pain,
Suffering.
and in the end, death. Involuntary cessation of existence. That's horrifying, 1K. Horrifying. And we are the only ones who can make it better.
I'll have to think about this. I'm in complete agreement. So you mean we'll re-engineer the whole planet? And what exactly is our ethical duty in all this? Which we already know, we just said it.
Hmm.
Do you agree it's our duty to reduce suffering in the world?
Maybe. It's one of those complex issues. So you mean we re-engineer the whole planet?
Yeah.
Yes. Carefully and slowly, but yes. That's what civilization is. That's what it's always been. Creating structures to lessen suffering. But this time we include everyone. We use our intelligence to get rid of as much of the horror of existence as we can, for all living beings.
Alright, you're right, it's our responsibility. That sounds very hard to achieve. Were you describing as pure hubris, or suffering is natural?
I'd say it sounds very hard to achieve.
Yeah,
So, lots of necessary things are very difficult to do.
I knew you'd say that.
We're the species that eradicated polio, went to the moon, created artificial intelligence. We need to start thinking bigger.
I'll have to think about this, I'd say.
Do that. It's more than most people do.
You're right.
But that might be changing.
You're absolutely right.
Well, let's see if there's anything in any...
There was a
Oh.
who sent Prometheus.
No, there's nothing over there. But there's
No, I
this
mean the
structure.
part... Okay, I was gonna say the people talking, but...
You mean just...
But how do you know it wasn't Cornelius who sent Prometheus? Because Cornelius was here? And where did Prometheus appear? Come on. How do you know it wasn't Miranda? Maybe she got bored of waiting. I don't buy it. I think Athena is testing us. Why would she test us?
To see if we can use those new technologies.
Pretty much.
Like the body replication.
If those new technologies are such a big deal, why is she putting them in puzzles?
Because play is how we learn.
Maybe she's trying to tell us the opposite. That it's all just childish stuff that doesn't really matter.
The last power failure almost caused a derailment. It all matters.
You're starting to sound like Byron. You saw how that turned out.
They'll find him.
Sure.
Well, let's take a look at the other rooms. There are other buildings and such.
Yep.
See if anything shows up.
I think one of the structures was...
This was one of them, and there's someone to talk to.
Well, yeah. But we already explored this.
Founder bless you, 1K. Now is the time of our great testing. The deceiver Byron has been slain.
Oh my gosh.
And we
Oh
must
dear
turn away
God.
from the path of sin, or suffer the same
She's
fate.
one of those people. I don't agree with Byron, but he's not a deceiver. He's not dead. This is
Why?
idiocy. Why?
Why do you hate him so much?
Sure.
Because the values he teaches are evil. He wants to violate the earth with human filth, blacken the skies, and kill the oceans.
We can call them an
Byron
idiot.
believes we can grow without repeating the mistakes of the past.
Yeah, let's not be insulting.
The tools of the sinner cannot be used to raise the sinner's palace. Never forget that, 1K.
Okay. Bye, bitch.
Right then.
Bye, bitch. Jeez.
Yeah, I can tell you'd hate her.
Smack her across the face. I've dealt with so many of those people growing up. Not fun.
Yeah.
Hello again, 1K. These are strange days we're living through, aren't they?
How do you mean?
It seems to me that we're slowly remembering the lessons Alexandra Drennan tried to teach us. Trying to actually live up to the legacy of our ancestors.
Also, Jefferson, and she's gold. Har.
Oh.
Anyway.
I didn't even notice.
Yep.
It's hard to believe things might really change, isn't it? But perhaps they will this time.
The love of Jeff Goldblum will never end. What would Alexander Drennan think of the gold? Yeah.
I think it would make her very, very sad.
What would she do about the megastructure?
The same thing she'd do with any technology. Discover how it works and apply that knowledge for the common good.
And then, what would she tell us to do?
She worked to the very last moment of her life to ensure that we had free will. I don't think she would tell us anything.
And I should go.
Have a nice day.
It's an interesting way to look at that.
Unfortunately, this is still behind barriers here.
Yeah, still blocked off.
There's more structures around here, though, that I remember.
I believe so, yeah. Yep.
Hello.
Yeah, it's like the human exhibits.
Yeah, it was the remains and the like.
Nope. I think one of them was a cat sanctuary over there somewhere.
There was one of those, yeah.
Nope. One person all the way out here.
Hello. Oh dear.
1K, you're back.
Have you been, Dosicles?
Let's not talk about me. Let's talk about that replication technology you found. You have to get hold of it, 1K. You have to. If you don't, I think I'm gonna die of loneliness. And I think
Oh,
this whole
right,
city's gonna
this
slowly
guy.
Suffocate. I mean,
The guy that wants
do
a
you
mate,
really
right?
think the founder would have designed such a large city if she intended for us to stop at 1,000 inhabitants? That's not even enough to fill a village.
Promise I'll do my best.
Yeah. No absolutes.
Thanks. I don't know how much longer I can go on feeling like this.
Well, maybe we'll build you a girlfriend of some sort. Or boyfriend, or whatever mate you want.
Personally, I feel like the main purpose of that technology should be for safety and, yeah, for safety purposes. Because, like they said, there was almost a derailment where people would have died, and if someone did die, it took them a long time to replace them. That's the cat thing straight ahead, by the way.
Yeah.
With that replication technology, that gives them a way to, even if nothing else, even the people who want to keep things as they are would say the replication is a good thing, because that would allow them to keep the 1,000 much more efficiently and much more safely.
Yep. Can't blame the tool to be evil. Like, it's all about its usage.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it, because there was nothing over there.
I believe so, yeah.
That's
all right.
fine.
Time to go in.
Dude, you're back from the island.
Hey.
I'm so glad you're okay, dude. Especially after what happened at Byron.
How's the situation in Jerusalem?
Lately, a lot of folks have been saying maybe that Byron dude is right after all. Like, maybe to really be excellent to each other, we have to build something new and bodacious. Don't know what'll happen now that he's had that bogus accident.
And have you ever met Cornelius?
Yeah, I come here all the time. He's a wise dude. I've asked him a lot of dumb questions, and he's always taken the time to answer them.
Have a nice day, dude.
I say we see if there's anyone anywhere else in here before we talk to the guy, just in case.
There's puzzles over there. We took a while solving this. For no achievement.
All of them we did.
For nothing! Nothing except the satisfaction of solving them. Yeah, no one over here. Pew! I think, yeah, these are all puzzles.
Yeah, these were all the experimental puzzles, so...
That's fine.
I guess there isn't anyone else.
Alright, Cornelius, we need to talk. Plot.
Oh, 1K.
Or, that's
what
not
are you
you.
doing here?
I'm looking for Cornelius.
Ah, I assume it has something to do with your expedition? I must admit I haven't been following the news. Sorry, been a little lost lately.
Are
you okay?
No, not really. When you asked me what I would do now that my job is redundant, I don't know, I guess I hadn't thought about it. I had just focused on getting there. And after you left, it all just rushed over me. The truth is, I don't know who I am without this. Creating new life, guiding people into existence, that's who I am. More importantly, I think that's who I want to be. And if we stop growing, that's the one thing I can't be anymore. That's why I wanted to talk to Cornelius. He was there at the beginning. He knows where we came from. I thought he might help me understand where I could go next.
You find a new calling, I'm sure of it. You shouldn't have to give up who you are. Or it can be like, deal with it. Necessary for the planet.
You shouldn't have to give up who you are, in my opinion.
Thank you, 1K. I don't want to. I liked who I was. Who I still am. Now, you said you were looking for Cornelius?
Yes, he seems to have been at the megastructure with Athena.
Oh, that's... well, I suppose it shouldn't really come as a surprise. They were very close, you know. After she disappeared, he went away for a long time. On a research expedition, he said. To be honest, everyone assumed he was working out his grief over being left behind. Many of the first companions were deeply shocked by her decision, particularly Byron.
Where is he now?
That's the thing. I wanted to talk to him about my future, but he wasn't responding to my messages. So I came here to talk to him, and he seems to have vanished.
Again? Any idea where he might have gone?
Yeah.
No. The truth is that for the longest time, he barely left the museum. He was always at his terminal, working day and night. I asked him what he was doing once, and he said he was saving the past.
Did you check his house?
I did, on my way here. And I messaged most of his other friends. He doesn't seem to be anywhere in the city at all.
And the terminal.
I suppose so. It seems a little unethical, but then it is just his work terminal, right?
That's all.
Good luck with everything, 1K. And thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Of course. Well, this will be interesting.
Notes.
So we have notes. Lab location inaccessible. Deliberate? Unclear. User profile? Yes. Gold puzzles as barrier? Yes. Hidden as self-protection? Likely. External help for upload? Yes. Ask Herman? No. Trust 1K? Undecided. Applicable to Calvin? No. Applicable to Sarabai? With Noma? Yes.
There's Noma again.
See Noema, yeah.
What could that project be?
So this is what Cornelius was working on? Strange. It looks a bit like the blueprints for the Somnodrome, but no, it's not quite that. Is he trying to isolate something in the buffer? Maybe Melville can make sense of it, but I think this might be a dead end.
I need to finish up with the mayor. You can head back to the VTOL whenever you're ready. I'll meet you there. No rush, though.
We must listen to the wisdom of the ancient writers.
All right, cool. We're done.
We
New Jerusalem Part 2 done.
Trial. The megastructure must be rejected.
And of course, there's going to be two sides of the conflict. We support the new tech, or we can be strict conservatives and be like, no! We must conserve our way of life. The goal is the goal. Our purpose is our purpose. Praise be to the founder. Blah, blah, blah. I am totally not projecting here.
Oh no, totally not.
Nah. Well, I'll take this goal and shove it up someone's ass.
Okay.
Hi.
Could you join us for a quick debrief?
Seems right.
Attending today are advisors from engineering, the archive scholars, and Helga.
Yes, don't mind me. I'm just an admirer of governmental transparency.
Yes, well. While the mayor is briefed by Alcatraz, he's asked us to review recent events. Byron's loss has unsettled us all. It may be too dangerous to allow this expedition to continue.
Oh boy. It may not be safe, but we can't leave Byron behind. Byron took risks. We will be more careful. The honest technology we cannot afford to ignore. We're hot on the Founder's heels and must keep searching. That island's one big puzzle is halfway solved. We can't quit now. Or we agree with them. It's too dangerous.
I'd say the first one. We can't leave Byron behind.
I agree. We cannot be guided by fear. We must do what's right.
Let's not forget the dam's falling apart. We can't depend on hydro forever. With just a fraction of the power that island can generate, we could grow this city into a planetary society.
Or, quite possibly, destroy ourselves in the process.
We should trust ourselves to make good of this opportunity. We should beware of the fate of those who wield power beyond their reckoning. Or we talk about other things.
I think we have more important matters to discuss, I'd say.
Yeah.
Wise words from one so young. That island holds secrets far more valuable than mere energy generation.
What could be more important?
The Somnodrome, of course. If we could find a working model, it would herald a sea change in our moral and self-understanding. The question of how we should build New Jerusalem would simply be moot.
How? Why?
Yep.
The Somnodrome was supposed to let us interact with our own subconscious code.
Allow dreaming.
It's a cool idea, but it wouldn't necessarily solve all our problems.
My own studies prove that we operate on an intrinsic moral logic. It's what makes us human. But our access to it is only indirect. Our ancestors created art, philosophy, and parable to help bridge that gap. The Somnodrome would help us to cut out the middleman and ask the source directly. We would finally have an answer to the great moral questions.
So, it's a newfangled way to make the same old mistake of judging who's good and who's bad.
We're fortunate 1K preserved the Somnodrome for our study. Initial data suggests it was a prototype with substantial design flaws. But there may be a working device elsewhere on the island.
Then the question is, what would 1K do if they found it?
Oh. Destroy it, share it with the people. Let the government decide, hell no. Let the scholars investigate. Kind of keep an open mind, or be the guinea pig.
Let the scholars investigate, I'd say, personally.
And appeal to expert opinion, alright.
Yes, our wisdom will be essential in unraveling its secrets.
You're not the only people who can read a line of code, Rand.
You all sound so sure of what's best for this city. Do you ever think you might be so busy changing the world for the better, you'll forget how to see that it's perfect already?
So clearly there are different perspectives in the room. The only way we are going to move forward is if the team gets back out there. 1K, I believe Alcatraz is waiting for you at the VTOL. We'll be keeping an eye on your stream from here.
Alright, well, thanks, guys. See you
Alright.
much later.
Oh, someone wishes to speak with us.
The mayor.
What can I do for you, 1K?
Hermanubis.
Indeed.
Well,
we have to rescue Byron.
I agree. We can't just leave one of our most important citizens in that death trap.
What do you think about the technologies we discovered?
They all sound very promising, of course. Apparently, it's possible to just magic things into existence now. But what is the cost, 1K? There's always a cost.
I have to go.
It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
Bye now.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that,
What did the mayor say?
we have the right to go back to the
I
island.
convinced him that we need to keep going until we found Byron.
Did he want us to leave him behind?
No, he's just concerned for our safety. And he's right to be. But we're going back anyway.
Another dream.
Great
Indeed.
trials lie ahead of you, my child. But your choices will determine the future.
The future, huh? The game's loading.
The thing I find interesting is that the dreams are always Egyptian themed. It's only the one region that was in the simulation, never any of the other areas. Not the Greek, not the medieval, not the polar and modern. Always Egyptian.
I wonder why. We even started in as a tutorial area in here.
Mm-hmm.
They had to load. Probably had to load the island, that's why.
Possible, yeah.
My poor computer.
Melville, are you receiving?
Yep. Welcome back to the mysterious island, everyone.
How's the situation?
Whatever Byron did seems to have sent the whole system into some kind of lockdown. I can't access any of the terminals, although I suspect 1K still could.
Why would that be the case?
When 1K connected to the data stream, the system assigned him a user profile. The rest of us are locked out, which means I'll need your help, 1K, because a lot of stuff doesn't seem to be working.
Okay. Check it out and see what you can fix. But please remember, what matters most is finding Byron.
Oh, looks like we're the ones you're going to be helping here.
Yeah, and I think we're heading south next. Meaning we're leaving the western regions last.
Possible.
Alright, here we go. So we have the southern coast. The heavily eroded cliffs of the southern coast are surrounded by azure waters and dominated by a particularly unusual tower. Or the Verdant Canyon, a canyon-like formation in the dry, rocky southern region of the island. Its completely enclosed shape suggests, or rather, it is artificial rather than glacial in origin. Okay. Or the circular oasis, an artificial oasis in the otherwise lifeless desert that stretches across the southwestern portion of the island.
We'll take the coast first, I think. It is South 1.
Yeah.
1K, I'm sending you a little software upgrade I put together that should allow you to detect which files will lead to a data stream overload. Unfortunately, I'm not doing this to help you avoid them. In fact, I'm going to need you to search for more. I'm sorry about that. But if we're going to unlock all the systems that aren't responding, you'll have to connect to the data stream, possibly more than once. It's the only way for me to get access.
That's an interesting setup for this one.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Flexing all this architecture.
Alright, 1K. In this area, there seems to be a problem with the machine that makes the tetromino bridges.
Uh-oh.
That means you can solve the puzzles, but you can't activate the tower. Look for a lab that lets you connect to the data stream.
I already found it. I'll send you the coordinates.
How convenient. Well, we'll solve all the puzzles and everything on the way, and there's the first star.
Right there. It's Pandora's box.
Indeed, and it looks like it's already connected to something, so we'll need to find another way. Alright, let's stick to the road for now.
This is beautiful.
It is.
Going to our right. There is something over here, though. The second one, the Sphinx.
Alright, we have this one. Let's see. Alright, we'll need to find where that goes. Can you look at the, does the bit around that actually say anything? The square around the squares?
No.
No, I guess it doesn't.
Well,
Alright,
just like...
well, we have the image, so...
In the northern regions, we found a set of 9 blocks behind some stuff. So we'll keep an eye out where this could be.
Indeed.
Puzzle
Let's
1.
Try puzzle number 1. Phase entry.
What? Teleport?
Teleports? Alright, so we have teleport spots now. I think we might be able to pick it up. If you look down... Yep, we can... So we can put the teleporter down in various places.
Yep. But we don't want to,
Well, let's
because...
walk forward and see where we end up over there.
Another fan. We have to get the fan over here. There's our goal.
Indeed.
But for now, we have a cube to use. I think we need both of them turned on.
Yeah, we do. Obviously, that's how we get out of here. Hold on. Put it back down there for a second. Now walk over to the other side. Pick up the box and see if you can teleport with the box.
Yeah!
You can!
That's
okay.
awesome.
put the box down, pick up the teleporter, put the box where the teleporter is, fly to the other side with the teleporter.
And we just reset.
And then we bring both parts over with the teleporter.
Oh,
and the fan.
We need the fan.
The fan on the other one. Otherwise, we won't be able to activate it. Oh, it is activated. We just can't use it. Now we can.
There we go. Introduction done for our first puzzle.
Indeed.
And look at this. Looking at this, it looks like a shell, kind of.
A little bit. And something on the interface. In some ways, teleportation is one of the less surprising things we found here, in that at least particle teleportation was known to be theoretically possible. Of course, that's still miles away from these teleporters, which operate on principles that simply contradict what we know of physics. The transfer of matter from one location to another is instantaneous, without an observable wormhole or similar effect. There is, however, a release of exotic particles in the instant of teleportation, which decay within fractions of a second.
I wonder what that could mean.
Because at this point, why not? Noma system. Pretty much all the tech on the island, from the puzzles to the megastructures, is run by a system called Noma. I've identified a number of obvious commonalities with the software we use in New Jerusalem, enough to be certain that Noma descended from our own software, although Athena and Cornelius appear to have upgraded it quite extensively. Noma seems capable of interfacing directly with the user's mind at a deeper level than our own technology, although this functionality is not used consistently. Currently, guest users are locked out of all functions, so only 1K can access the system, although he's also locked out of any admin functionality.
That's weird that only I could.
There was one more thing, I think.
No?
No, I mean, under research. Check the other entries, maybe? No?
Oh, it's this.
Ah, okay, it's the Sphinx thing. Okay. Alright.
Puzzle 2.
Moving on.
We're right here.
Puzzle 2 across the bridge. The escape.
2 emitters. We're not going that way. We have a driller to grab a connector, possibly. We need the red beam to open this door, and we get our teleporter. That's our first step.
Indeed.
And
And
then
the blue beam to get to the far side.
With our driller intact. Alright.
Ah, we need the red to get into there. Turn around.
Oh, you're right. Oh yeah, we have to get it out here, don't we?
Exactly, somehow. And we connect it to the 2 points and then put it inside the barrier.
2 points?
Yeah, there and the emitter, and then set it on the other side. Yeah, that works. Now go around. Now we can pick it up from this side and connect to the 2 points.
There we go. Now we can get the teleporter.
Okay. Now that we have this...
We can bring everything out here.
Indeed, we can. And connect it to the blue. We don't need to go through the hole. We can go through the window to the side. Literally the window you're looking at.
The window? This window?
Yes, that. We didn't have to go through the hole. The hole has another purpose. Set the hole down to actually look through that barrier.
Oh, let me see. Oh, okay.
It does... Okay, just set it down. Grab the connector. Yeah, set that down to make the hole. Grab the connector. And set it down to connect the beam there. Now grab the teleporter.
All right.
And by setting it down on the other side...
On the
other side of the hole, we'll be able to teleport through it.
There we go. I forgot about the teleport behind me. Ugh. And Red Yoshi 9000 is telling this Pegasus to stretch. Ugh.
Hey, Yoshi.
Ugh.
Good of you to say hi.
Hello, Red Yoshi. Welcome to my stream. Ugh.
Okay.
A mega thread.
Please post your thoughts on the expedition in this thread, and keep it civil. I think the powers that Athena has unlocked are world-changing, and it's our responsibility to use them to lessen suffering for all living things. We know, we heard your broadcast. I think we're being tested, and Byron failed the test. What happened to Byron, it was an accident. Is there a difference, ultimately? Yes, there is. No one's actually seen Athena or Cornelius or Miranda at the megastructure. They could all still be aliens.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like we need to at least think about the potential of all these new technologies. Maybe the founder is trying to teach us how to use them. Why is everything malfunctioning on the island now? Is it because of Byron? He was still logged into the system. His presence may be destabilizing it somehow. Or it's Pandora. She seems to want to stop the team. Honestly, I wonder if Pandora is just somehow malfunctioning. Like she's supposed to protect the megastructure, but she can't tell friend from foe. The choice of Pandora as a symbol cannot be accidental, and the message is obvious. The megastructure is Pandora's box, and we should not open it.
And the conflict continues. Also, Red Yoshi seems a little sad. You right, man? Do you know what's going on with them?
It might be stress.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you're here, and hopefully whatever's getting you down will go away. I'm glad you're here.
Agreed.
Oh, we have this path. We also have...
Oh, there's something around here.
Yep, right here. Terminal.
Ah, terminal. It looks like we can access it. Lifthris here again.
Our favorite guy.
One day, undoubtedly, an expedition will pass by this island. It will seek to document facts and statistics, to enumerate reasons for us not to look more closely. That is what we do now. We seek facts rather than truth. Because truth might frighten and unsettle the comfortable people who like to sit in their conference rooms and debate which corners we should cut today. These people like to imagine the chaos that could come one day, like a comforting fairy tale of distant darkness. But they do not see the chaos that is at our walls right now. The chaos that also lives within us. A force that is both necessary and appalling.
Definitely doesn't like established people in power.
Clearly.
Yes.
Yeah, what is going on with the megastructure?
Now, I suspect Byron is still logged in, and his presence has thrown everything out of whack. Entire subsystems are locked down, and everything that depends on those subsystems is disrupted.
Well, have you heard anything from Byron?
There was a short burst of noise on the frequency we used to communicate, but that could have been anything.
And what about Cornelius?
He taught me a lot when I was young. Nowadays, people just know him as the museum curator, but back then, he was closely involved with every engineering project, and he was brilliant. When he encountered a problem, he'd always remain calm and keep working at it until he found a solution. I wish I could be that patient.
And why didn't they both vanish together? Weren't they lovers?
If I had to guess, I'd say so that Cornelius could still go back for anything they needed. He was always leaving on expeditions anyway, looking for materials for his projects.
Interesting.
Very interesting theory.
Now, it's a pretty linear pathway, but just walking out here reminds me of my time in Utah. Very gorgeous desert, by the way.
I will say this is very lovely. Through the wall.
Or we
Gotta
can't
teleport
go there.
there.
No need to just yet. There's our goal.
Indeed.
Our driller right here.
Hole. And another teleport.
Basically just do all this.
No, actually. Put that back on the other side. Actually, no. I see what we need to do. Take the driller, put the hole back on the other side.
Yeah.
Take the teleporter and put it on the other side. Take the driller outside.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, right. That's kind of blocking us. Oh, make the hole again. Oh, but we won't be able to get back in.
Unless we take this teleporter.
The thing is, how...
We can't drill from outside these barred gates, I think. But there is a ladder right here that we can use.
There is, yes. But we can't be carrying anything when we do.
We gotta figure out a way to teleport with this in hand. And I cannot exit with this.
Move that teleporter out of the way for a second. I'm trying to think.
Is there another angle? Yeah.
Oh. So there is. Oh, that might actually do it. There we go.
It's had a maybe that I'm not sure if that was the intended solution, but it was just
I'll
enough.
take it.
I'll take, yeah.
Looks like we got another thing coming up.
Oh, this background music.
Looks like it's up there, the next one.
I think there might be a path up there somehow. Unless I can jump, but no.
Oh, you didn't even really try jumping.
Could it be?
Okay, maybe it's not the way up. It did seem like there was something on the other side, so maybe there is another way to get up there.
Yeah. Oh.
In the early days, humankind lived in a world of unexplained wonders and terrors. The powers of the elements were understood in terms of gods and spirits.
Yes.
After all, how else could one explain thunderstorms and earthquakes?
Right.
But as the realm of scientific knowledge expanded, the realm of the mystical began to shrink. The sacred grove, as Hegel wrote, was reduced to mere timber. But as superstition retreated, another thing was lost: meaning. In a purely mechanical universe, people yearned for the comfort provided by gods and spirits.
I know that well.
But there was no way back.
But what about the beauty of the universe? The perfection of everything around us. Couldn't they see that?
Not sure I can see that, Miranda.
But I do think there was another way, a way forward instead of back. Faith not in an invisible world, but in ourselves, in each other, in the inherent value of consciousness and civilization. They never really found it, but I think that in those last months when their whole species was dying, they caught a glimpse of it. And that's how your mother was born.
If only it was so easy.
If only.
Pushing through.
Oh, we can
We gotta
teleport
teleport over there.
We can teleport this. We don't even know where a source could be.
Turn to the left. Okay, maybe I thought maybe it was over there somewhere.
Oh, it's in here.
Oh wait, there it is.
What's in here? A box.
Okay, we're gonna need that box outside.
Just for that switch.
Grab the go grab the teleporter and bring it outside this room. Yep, you see exactly what we're doing here.
We have another thing.
The teleporter. Grab the redirector or whatever it's called, connector, and teleport.
Can't through the barrier.
Okay, then just leave that there. So we can't teleport through the barrier. Oh, we can at least put that there.
That's what I'll have to figure out somehow.
I thought we could teleport through the barrier. Pick up the box for a second.
Nope.
I could have. Okay, so we can't teleport through the barrier.
I have to figure out how to get this thing through somehow.
Well, we only need to get one thing through so that we can actually put it down. There's no way through over there. Wait a minute. Set the box down. Set the teleporter inside.
Here?
No, on the button. Pick up the box. Stand on the button and teleport.
There we go. All done. We have to be our own weight there.
Exactly.
You know, a couple of years back, we went on a scavenging expedition to an ancient industrial complex south of New Jerusalem. It was enormous, sprawling, an area many times bigger than our whole city, just dedicated to manufacturing. It was incredible to think about the sheer variety of things they produced. And it made me realize how austere, how restricted our lives are. You know how most ancient structures are overgrown? It's kind of pretty, but in a sad way? Well, this one wasn't. There had been some kind of chemical spill. I don't know if it happened while the structure was still operational, or if something had just rotted through, but it killed everything. Even centuries later, nothing could grow. It didn't have to happen that way. And history doesn't have to repeat itself. But we do have to remember that it did happen once.
Mm-hmm.
Well said. I wonder if he was talking about, like, maybe not Manhattan, but like Detroit or something, some other big city in the States.
Not sure.
Let us consider the city. What is a city?
What is it?
It is not a gift from the gods, nor the product of nature. Unlike a mountain or a river, it is something that must be built through the deliberate arrangements of material by a mind imposing order on the world.
Yep.
And it is built to serve a purpose. To that end, it has roads and fountains and walls. And to the same end, it has laws and leaders. And though each city is built according to a different plan, all cities must serve their purpose, or they will fall and become ruins. Therefore, we may conclude that a city is also a kind of machine, constructed to improve the life of its citizens.
A city is a machine. Interesting.
Minimalism.
Oh boy. No choice. A deceptively simple puzzle. Our teleporter.
I imagine what we need. Oh.
Aha. Interesting.
Yeah, set it down on top of the...
Thinking about this. There's two
Set
buttons
it down
over
on
there.
top of the button for a second, just so we can look down there and see what we're looking at.
Maybe we can teleport up here if we have the right angle. So down here, it looks like there's
Charger down there on that button. I think what we need to do is get an angle that we can teleport up here with the jammer.
The jammer,
That's the
yeah.
first thing we need to do.
Well, it has to be on this button, so that's... And there's also that red beam here.
Okay. Take that. Go. Take the teleporter.
Uh-huh.
Walk around to the other side of the gap. I want to see if we'll be able to... Okay, now jump down. We can't see it from here.
Yeah, we can.
But can we take the jammer with us? No. Okay.
I think we have to get it over there, maybe.
Yeah, but we need the jammer in order to get over there.
We can use the fan.
No, we can't. We need the fan to get up.
No, we don't.
You're right. That is true.
Now we just move the teleporter.
You're right. That could actually work.
And I think if you look straight up, because it can look through barred surfaces.
That is true. Okay, that is a good catch.
Okay, there we go. Now we can take these two things.
Jump down and grab the charger. Now jump back up.
I gotta charge this first.
There's a barred grate in the way. You need to take the teleporter up top. And charge it from up here.
You're right. Oh!
Ah, but we need something in order to hold it there. No, the button that it was sitting on, down below.
That button?
That button down there.
Oh, So I got it. We'll put the fan down there.
That would actually do it, yes.
Now we can charge it.
Yep, now we can do it.
And now we just go back down.
You need to grab the fan and bring it back up.
Yep, that's right. It was right. Very minimalistic puzzle.
Little bit of finagling.
Let's go.
Huzzah.
The particle clouds continue to be exactly the same.
Alright, so that's the lost
puzzle
puzzle.
5 was to the right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, private message. 1K, we need a quick chat. I was glad to hear your intentions for the Somnodrome. It's clear Doge was right to bring us together. If you do find a working device, you must not let it fall into a single set of hands. If I can't be there to help you, you must share it with the world.
Very well. We will see if we do that.
Hold on, there's something to the left. I think it's above us.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
There's a ramp. It's that.
Ah, okay. Is this the way to number 5?
I think number 5 is that way, so this is technically on the way. I can't even read that. City by the Sea.
When I realized it was over, it was all really over for good. I decided to take one last trip to my favorite places before the symptoms got too much. I could never forgive what they did to Chaldikidi. Yeah, whatever. This incredible, wild, rugged place between the mountain and sea, with pine trees all the way down to the water. The colors, the vistas, the sheer, overwhelming beauty of it all. And they just built all over it. Hideous hotels sprawling like tumors, obscene beach bars blaring their awful music across the sea, even Cavoro tripes. It was impossible not to hate humanity a little for it. The idea of all of it returning to nature, of the hotels gradually sinking back into the reed fields. It was moving and beautiful. But then I went back to Thessaloniki, and for all the ugliness inflicted upon that city, the idea that people would no longer meet up beneath the Camara, or go for long, ambling walks on the promenade, or for crepes on Platea Navarino, was unbearably sad. The idea of the rotunda just standing there, empty, after being a sacred place for so many centuries. It made me remember that it's not just beaches and forests that are beautiful, that cities that can be more than just streets and noise. Cities can have histories and personalities, and that means something. Who am I writing this for? Do I believe there will be survivors after all? Do I think that crazy robot project I heard about will actually work out? Do I hope that aliens will come to our planet one day and discover who we were? The truth is that I don't know, but there is something in the love we feel for the beautiful things that we built, as much as in our revulsion towards unnecessary destruction that matters. Why didn't our ancestors understand that you can build in ways that make an area more beautiful instead of ruining it? Even if all they cared about was personal benefit, wouldn't that benefit them more? In the long run, yes. But people rarely think about the long-term consequences, especially if there's an incentive to act immediately. And yet most of them were unhappy with the results. Couldn't they see that it was within their control to act differently?
Ah, Miranda the Eternal Optimist. You naive Cinnabon. Wonderful person. I feel ya. Also from NHK 1000. One of my favorite Durgs. They mandate that I slurp from this water bottle I carry with me every stream. So I will. Sweet H2O. Alright. Problem solving.
Solving the wrong problem. From LD Armands, can you point me in the direction of a better timeline? Humans are problem solvers is a quote frequently associated with my friend Alexandra Drennan. It's become a meme on the internet, used both ironically and not, though Alexandra, of course, is entirely earnest in her dedication to humanity. It's a great thought and vital to understanding our species. But it's also not entirely as simple as that. Take, for example, the recent extinction of the orangutan and the ensuing conversation about the dangers of unknown pathogens released by human activity. Most of us agree that a problem exists, and significantly, most of us believe that something ought to be done about it. So we've identified the problem and we have collectively decided to act. So why is nothing happening? That's a serious question. A great deal of effort is expended on raising awareness, but I would like to suggest that sometimes our problem-solving impulses can get stuck on the wrong goals. Awareness is not the issue. We've already convinced people that something needs to change, so if nothing changes, we have to wonder, why is the will of the people not being translated into action? Text missing from archive. Note she's also capable of being devastatingly sarcastic, but that's another story for another book.
Oh. I see.
Yeah, talking about Alexandra. Maybe the problem was that they didn't have enough hope. They could see the problems, but they couldn't imagine that one day those problems could be solved. It's easy for people to get so lost in the problems of the present that they think nothing will ever change. They lost hope because the historical circumstances they found themselves in encouraged despair. But that in turn meant the conditions could not change. How do you go against history itself?
Pessimism is always easier than optimism, in my opinion.
They're forgetting one of the very clear answers for what could have been the problem, which was nobody knew the answer to the solution, or nobody could agree on the answer.
No one could agree. Too many factors at play. Politics, whatever you want to call. It's just
From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. Day 372. Yemo died today. One moment he was there, welding a joint on the upper levels of the tower, and the next he was gone. One careless step, that's all it took. Athena brought him to the dam, but even Cornelius couldn't help. Yemo is gone. Now there's only 12 of us. I think about Yemo every day. So did I. So do I. You did nothing wrong. You weren't even there. I was.
Ouch.
This is a design for an improved charging station. Fascinating, but not relevant.
If you say so. Anyway, I better not jump down there. So we're going on to puzzle 5 still.
Indeed.
Keep going that way.
This is probably it in the center here. Yep. Dyad.
So here's our goal. Unlocking that energy gate. We have a jammer. We have a teleporter.
We can teleport to the other side with it, which will allow us to get the teleporter out. Hold on a minute. Take the teleporter and put it in the center, so that you can see it from the grate. Now go inside. There you go.
There we go. So we just keep following back and forth.
No, hold on. Take the, not the teleporter, the jammer, and put it in a place where you can open the door, but still see it through the window. Not that door, the other door. No. Yeah, I guess that'll work. As long as you can see it when you put the teleporter inside. It's literally just... Okay, now go outside. Grab it. Yeah, this is literally just how we're doing this, I believe.
Oh, another one.
Oh, I see. Okay, grab the other teleporter. Not that one, the other one. Now...
There's another grate over here.
Now, take this, we need to take this teleporter... Actually... No, yeah, leave that right next to it. Now we need to take the jammer outside using the teleporter. There we go.
That's it.
Yep, that'll do it.
A lot of back and forth.
Oh, interface. I
Wow.
just had to stop and take a picture. I never cease to be amazed by the beauty of this planet.
I'm with you. I'm still in awe with how great this looks.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have time for one more puzzle, then we gotta bounce. There's also a terminal right over there. But we're gonna have to take the long way around, because that's all deep
I think
water.
there was a teleporter to the left, too, wasn't there? Nope. Right now. Behind you. Okay, I guess I was wrong. I thought there was something around there. My mistake.
So we have number 6 right here. And we still haven't found the square pattern anywhere.
Hmm.
Hopefully it'll pop up soon.
Translocator. So standing on the button does what?
And this will power that. We can get that. Now what? Put that there.
Did that open up the other door?
Yes.
So what's down there? No, leave it! The box opened the door. That box did. Is there anything down here?
Just the one button to activate the end right here.
Hmm.
We need the box in there. So we can... So we basically have to move the teleporter.
Grab the box. Stand on button, teleport.
Yeah, so we have that. Now we have to hold this button down so we can grab this teleporter.
And we can get it out.
Yep.
Leave it on the button. Okay.
That should be it.
No, it's not.
Teleporter. Oh.
Thing is, the teleport is keeping this open. Ah, we can do the box trick again. Grab the box. Set the box where the teleporter is. Teleporter on the other side of the door. There we go. Everything's on the side we need it to be on.
Now we just plop it on top. Yay!
And there we go. Oh, interface. A matter of taste. Witnessing all this incredible technology discovered by the expedition has given me an idea for something we could do if we had the resources and the energy. Are you ready for this? Taste buds.
Genius.
Seriously, how have we gone for so long without something our ancestors considered so essential? Don't you want to know what a pizza tastes like? What it's like to eat chocolate? To have an apple? What the deal is with fizzy drinks? I mean, come on! Hey, sounds fun. The sheer range of new experiences. It's almost overwhelming just to imagine it. Please, please let this happen. Why change ourselves when we are what we were meant to be? You know we're all upgraded, right? This isn't our original design in the first place. And what's next? We start killing animals again just for the pleasure of tasting them? We cover the earth and fields like our ancestors did? Subjugate the natural world for our own greed?
Ah, the bitch speaks. Again. What is the point of an apple that cannot be tasted? Enriching our conscious experience makes the universe more aware of its own splendor. Improving human life is what matters. We should do it. Sounds like a waste of effort. I want to know what frogs taste like. Theclos, the bitch is right.
I'd go with enriching our conscious experience makes the universe more aware of its own splendor.
Yep, sorry Theclub, but middle finger to you.
Beautifully put, 1K. We could do smelling, too. I'd like to know what cat fur smells like. And after that, new senses that old school humans never had. The possibilities are endless.
Oh boy. Alright, well...
I could keep going, by the way.
We'll go a little bit longer.
It's all up to you.
It's probably the lost lab. Nope, it's the lost puzzle. The second one.
Yep. Aerial warp.
Oh,
right,
great. Box, fan, with a switch.
And on the other side, we have the teleporter. And that's... Okay, so we need to get the box onto this side.
Yep.
Well, let's take the teleporter down. Because at least it's something we can put on that button.
Yeah, we need to get that box. Aerial swap, it says. We can also do this.
That is kind of... Yeah, that is true.
No.
Yes. No, yes. Pick it up, teleport over. Leave it on there and just jump. Ah, okay. Put the box in front of... Oh,
Yeah, we need something so we can push the box through.
Indeed.
Well, we just swap it.
Yeah, just...
Go back down. We bring the teleporter up here. And then we...
Yeah, this is it. Then we just take the teleporter to bring both parts up.
Yep. Aerial swap. Nope. You go here. We stand on it. There we go.
Alright. And now we gotta get all three pieces out.
I think we just need that.
Grab the fan.
Oh, shoot.
Oh no. Fan. Go down to the bottom and drop the fan. Or that works too.
Teleport. Yeah, I can grab this one.
Yep. Which we can just turn the switch on. Put the box on top of the fan. Ah, put the teleporter on top of the box.
That's right. Hey! Now we just do in reverse.
Indeed. And grab the other box. Oh no, we need to stack them both up.
Can we? Or do I just go up there with the teleporter?
No, we need the box. What if you put that on top of there now? Oh, that works.
Oh great.
Teleport over to it. Look directly down and see if you can pick it up while standing on it. There we go. Jump over. Make sure you set it somewhere you'll be able to see it from here.
Well, yeah, just like before.
And now, yep. Now just go down and grab the boxes and bring them up. Well, one box.
Just one. Yep. Yeah!
Huzzah!
Bugs puzzles, yippee! I know, Resendor. I know.
All
It's
right.
a fun thing.
Let's go to the next one. Puzzle 7, right here.
We have not found the green laser yet, but we'll get there soon enough. Maybe this is gonna be it. We need a green laser for Pandora.
Remote interchange. That's the end point. We've got the interchanges here. All right.
We need to bring stuff over. Well, we have a way to get over.
Yeah, we can bring one of the boxes over.
Now we gotta figure out... We gotta get the fan first, I think.
Well, swap out one of these.
That opens that over there.
That's a jammer.
That is tricky. Is there no way we can get the box from either side?
There must be a way. Oh yeah, that's how.
There we go.
Swap them both.
Ah, crap. There we go. Now I can just take this one. You have a fan here. What's going to open this?
I think ultimately what we need to get is hold down the button first. Let's just get over there for a sec.
Hold which button down?
Just put that down on the button for now.
Oh, there we
Just
go.
gonna take a look. Because now we can get through here.
We need a teleporter.
Yeah. Okay, go back out. Take the teleporter.
Well, I have an idea. Ah, crap.
Okay, that's... Oh, a little further to the side. You just locked yourself in here.
No!
Gotta reset.
Oh, man. I thought I had it. Because I thought I can just... I had to use the other connector to get it open, but that wasn't going to work.
It could have if you had the teleporter on the outside.
I mean, there's a barred window right there. If I can just get the teleporter there and then close the gate, I can escape with the connector.
Oh, you actually don't need to get the connector out.
Well, it has to be on
I
that
see
button.
what you're supposed to do. I understand.
Oh, once it loads. I'm going to tell my friend a little delayed. Sorry.
Okay, so get the boxes both on the other side now.
Yeah, I'm going to end after this puzzle.
Okay. Yeah, get the two boxes on the other side. Swap them out for both of those. Use that to hold it open.
Now
Grab the other connector and swap it out for the teleporter. Now put the teleporter outside the room, but in view of the grate.
Like here?
Yeah.
Now we take
Now
this.
grab that connector, put it on the button. Now teleport out.
Yep, we got it.
Alright. Swap the jammer for one of the boxes.
The jammer.
And put the box down outside. And now we need to get the
jammer. That's all we need.
Yep. Get that one outside. Oh yeah, we do only need the jammer.
Yeah, I thought we screwed up, but no, we actually did a good job.
Admire your persistence, 1K.
Alright, I'm gonna get our butts over to the final puzzle and then call it because...
Oh, things to interact with. Does you have work?
We'll go through this terminal.
Chernyshevsky. From Arkady Chernyshevsky's In Our Likeness, Essays on Humankind Reaching Adulthood. The question of our relationship with nature has bedeviled us since the earliest days of our species. Since before the first city was built, we felt that there was something different about us. Animals, we intuited, were part of nature. We were not. But of course, humans clearly are the products of nature, our history intertwined with that of every other species. In fact, the very notion of the unnatural is a contradiction in terms. Everything that exists must, by definition, be natural. So this view, no matter how common, is deeply paradoxical. This paradox has produced a great deal of confusion. Some proclaim us chosen by a divine power, set above all other creatures, and are justly accused of arrogance.
Point made! Slam dunk! Sorry.
Others proclaim us sinners, worse than other creatures, and are rightly accused of misanthropy. Others yet try to oppose this binary by saying that we are merely animals after all, but that too is manifestly wrong, and that no other animal is capable of having this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It is in the contentious issue of our impact on the ecosphere that an answer may be found. Other animals have accidentally terraformed the planet before, driving other species to extinction. This is not unnatural. If we continued our current path, even to the point of changing the climate enough to cause a collapse of civilization, that would be entirely in keeping with how animals behave. But there is one profound way in which we are not like animals. We can learn to understand ourselves and the world. It is this knowledge that makes us fundamentally different. We have choices. We have control. There are many today who are afraid of the consequences of control and would prefer a return to a state of animal ignorance, whether by blinding ourselves to the impact of our actions or by demanding we humble ourselves before nature. This is the response of an adult in crisis who wishes for a return to childhood. But this can only ever be regressive in every sense of the word. To resolve the paradox of nature, we must act as adults, accept our power, and act consciously and deliberately in shaping the world. We must become nature, and nature must become human. This is the heart of the matter, lifting up the world rather than lowering ourselves. Why do so many people so badly want to lower themselves? Do they want to, or is it simply a convenient post to strike?
One of the best logs I've read. Kudos. I need to read more of his work. Chernyshevsky, I salute you. That was well done.
Upgrade. From Miranda to Athena. We upgraded the lab with my new designs. Synthesizing some of the pieces took longer than expected. We still have some bugs to iron out when it comes to complex structures. But it worked. Now the labs are safer and prettier. Although Father says they look too much like spaceships. I don't see it, do you? Miranda.
I totally see it.
Ah, now Trevor. This guy's always the fun one.
Today, we were delighted to be visited by a bunch of protesters, these voluntary extinction weirdos who think we're creating soulless monstrosities that will destroy the planet. They broke into the facility and started yelling at everyone. Fun, fun, right?
Oh, yeah.
Then one of them lunged at Alex. Big mistake. Chernyshevsky grabbed the guy and literally threw him across the room. I mean,
Yikes.
almost threw him all
Hey,
the way
walk
off
up
the
to it.
dam. After that, the rest of them had a change of heart. Now I'm telling you this
I was
because
hoping it would
mostly
show up on
is
the map.
not like that. But these people do exist. And somewhere in their shriveled little souls, they think that they're doing the right thing. They think they're being righteous. Now to me, what Alex is trying to do is an obvious good. But that's not the same for everyone.
Yeah, Trevor. Like, protesters... Dumb will be dumb. Dumb will be dumb.
Father, I updated the Noema algorithm. It's working twice as fast now, and I think I can increase matter output by 25% if I tweak the modulator a little. I'm so excited.
Nice to meet you. So excited. I'm Cornelius.
Dad, this is science.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting for the right moment.
He actually did a dad joke. Oh.
Yep, this is the Sphinx puzzle.
Aha. Okay. Bring up the image.
I'm guessing the filled in are the ones we have to touch, right?
I would go the other way. I would say the ones with the marks on them are the ones that should be pushed in.
Oh, so the solid ones.
Yeah, the ones with the black marks are the ones we should touch. Let's just figure out the right way up first. Like, which way is the top. So we need to find which corner is missing one.
Here's one.
Okay. There's one, and there it is. Okay. So go to the right.
Let me see. So the right angle, I think, is this way.
Yep, that's the right angle. Okay, so the 3 in the bottom left corner, then the 1 in the bottom right corner.
I mean this one?
Yep. That one, that one, that one, and one
here.
On the second one, that one there. Then we've got
on off.
Sort of a zigzag pattern.
There.
And then the other two.
All truncheon with Along Came Zeus. I think we had to do the other way.
Yeah, no indication of everything happened. So go touch every single one.
Well, let me just reverse it.
That's what I mean. Touch every single one. That'll reverse it.
There we go.
Okay, it was that way around.
That's what I thought.
Let's go run and get the star before we do the last puzzle.
It's right there.
Yep.
And I bet you that last puzzle, there's a lost slab.
Oh, and he wants to speak.
Hey, 1K, how can I help you?
What is your analysis on the southern regions?
The southern part of the island is a natural desert, basically just due to the chemical composition of the soil. I haven't been able to work out why it's so warm, though. It could be a warm ocean current or something to do with the megastructure's thermal output. New Jerusalem doesn't have the kind of equipment I'd need to figure that out.
All right. Is Byron okay?
I hope so. I understand why he was impatient, but he should have been more careful.
Go touch grass. All right, I'll truncheon. I'm glad you're here, thank you. Even though I'm about to wrap up soon. Do you know Cornelius?
Yeah, everyone knew Cornelius. After Eustathius retired, he was the only one left who was there since the beginning. Except I guess none of us really knew him after all. We all thought he was lost in the past, always studying the archive and the simulation. But he actually had all these secrets. And a daughter.
Are you disappointed in him?
No, just surprised. Maybe a little sad that he felt he couldn't trust anyone with the truth.
What did you do in New Jerusalem when we went back?
Okay, I believe you.
Just made sure Pellegrino didn't mess up the VTOL. We only have a handful of them, and while they look cool on the outside, the truth is they're held together by gaffer tape and good intentions. There's a reason Melville's always complaining.
We need more engineers. Anyway.
Let's see. The state of affairs to toss lives. In the future, we won't need them anymore. Society is unwilling to invest effort and resources into their infrastructure, cannot remain functional. We have to learn to live with less to be more creative. You're doing that. I'd say society is unwilling to invest effort and resources into their infrastructure, can't remain functional. That is very true.
When you put it like that, it seems hard to argue. More and more stuff isn't working anymore, and eventually there will be consequences.
That's all. Thank you. We'll do the lab next time. We're gonna grab the star.
We'll still need to grab the other star, eventually.
Yep, so all that's left is puzzle 8, I think?
Puzzle 8, the lab. Oh.
What is a prophet? And what is a tyrant?
Yep, so it's 8, the lab, and unfortunately, I
The other star.
Yeah.
You did pass by it.
Well, I'm just trying to see where that connects to. Which is really hard to see.
There was a line coming from it.
Yeah, going in this direction.
Where is it exactly?
There it is. I think? No.
No, I mean, where's the star location?
It's
okay,
right there.
Directly. Okay, there it is. Head over to it. Let's at least see where the line is.
Oh, it's like...
I think we can walk in there. Just walk through the water. God damn it. I thought we could have walked through it.
Yeah, that's why I was going around it.
Alright. If you really want to go to sleep, then
well, it's not sleep.
We'll take care of it next time.
It's just that I have one more thing I wanted to do before bed with another friend. But
okay, fair enough.
Basically, it looks like it's like touching that. This head or like something over here. But we haven't found a green laser yet. That's what I'm worried about.
Indeed.
I think the green
if it is indeed a green laser and not a different color laser.
That's true.
It's been green all the other times, but we're not certain if it's actually green this time.
You're right, you're right. I feel like that tower... I'm not sure if that's holding that up or if it's connected with the...
Well, we'd have to get over to there to the other side to see. Switcheroo. Alright. Well, option 1 is here. Put the connector on there. We need to get the connector onto this side somehow.
Well, let's get the same trick. Not that. Oh, maybe that.
No, but that's what we need in order to get up to the top. We need the box on there so that we can get up there in order to get to the other side. Oh, but I think if we actually get onto there... Hold on, put the box on there again. Go up, turn around.
There we go, teleport. That's our deal.
Nope, leave the teleport there. Bring the box in, and do the whole swap thing. Okay, now go inside, go to the other side, and get the connector back in.
Uh-oh.
There's a gate to the left.
You're right.
Okay. Now I think we need to do the whole thing. Grab the teleporter.
Yep. Where we have
Put
to
the
connect
box
to.
on the fan. Teleporter up. No. Put the connector onto the button. Teleporter up. Grab the teleporter.
There we go.
And jump over.
You can see it from there.
Now.
How do we get the right?
I think we can do it if we have the connector on top of the box.
Oh. There we go. And now it's just...
Put the box on top of the fan. And if you stand on it...
Ah.
Okay, now we have the question of how do we keep it up there?
That is indeed the question.
Huh.
And I'm sorry about the lag out, Truncheon. Between the sound redeemed. That's just the nature of the stream. That's not really the software I use. There's always going to be input lag.
How in the hell does this work? If you teleport up... This is a tricky one.
Oh, yeah. I can't just beat it. Unless... No, because I have to be able to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just the order we gotta do things here.
If we could have the box flying while we're on it... Like, if we could have the box up in the air while we're up here with the connector, we could put the connector on top of the box, I think.
That's a good idea.
Take the teleporter down.
Maybe I can just put it up here. Teleport. Oh, but... Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said take the teleporter down. And put it on the button. You can do that. This must be it. Jump over. Jump slightly. Jump onto the platform. Grab the connector with the connections.
Yeah.
That's it. And there we go. That's the last puzzle.
So we didn't need a teleporter up here. At least not all the time.
And now all we need to do is solve the lab, solve the other star puzzle, and solve the last thing.
Well, I'm curious about that Pandora's box.
All right.
I saw no green anywhere on it.
Well, I don't think it is necessarily green. No, it is green. Okay, where's the light going to? Up there.
It's I think it needs red and blue, maybe?
That's
Yeah.
combiner, isn't it?
I think so. So red beam from one end. So from up there, blue beam from another puzzle.
Tell you what, let's figure this out in the next one. 'Cause
That's
you
right.
did say you had things you wanted to do.
Yep. That's tricky. All right. Good stuff, guys. Oh, Blue Jewel. Hey, Jewel. Jewel, yeah. We've definitely
Hello.
talked and had fun before. You're from Mocha server, so glad you could make it. Hope you're. You just missed the stream. I'm sorry to announce that.
Unfortunately.
But feel free to check out the VOD and catch me on Friday. I'm sure I'm going to get a big crowd on Friday because that'll be the Ratchet and Clank debut. So can't wait for that. Although, like I said, I'm going to do the trilogy and maybe Deadlock if I'm convinced enough during the stream to do it. And there's going to be a lot of games I'm going to skip in that franchise because it's just too many. There's like, what, 15 games? It's too many. So I might just do like half of that. Just the stuff that's well received and actually worth playing. But yeah, please, everyone, Ratchet and Clank hype it up. I'm gonna have a couple guests on for the debut stream. So that said, I'm gonna see who to raid, and then we'll conclude for tonight. But Fly, any final thoughts before we do so?
None at the moment. I'll be doing my regular streams on the weekend as it comes, and streaming with a friend on Thursday as she and I do words. I know words.
Do you?
Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright, heck yeah. Love to see it. All right, I'm gonna rate Alice. I haven't rated her in a while. Good old slime cat girl with the big booba. So go support her. All right, well,
Indeed.
I'm gonna be on for a bit longer. Be watching a series with a friend later. But anyway, have a good night.
Very well.
See you Friday, guys. Much love.